Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm just going to wait just to make sure everybody is on. Yeah, there we go. I can see everybody now has. There we go. Switching things off. Can see everybody has managed to get their audios working properly. So good evening and welcome to this evening's webinar. Go with your gut in 2023 and add additional value to your wellbeing business. What we're going to cover on this webinar this evening is what is the microbiome. Then we're going to talk through our 21-day supplementation program, Purify, which is provided by Synergy Worldwide, the company that we partner with. And then we're going to go through the ready-made system that Purify sits within, and that's called Pure 21. So it'll all become apparent as we progress through the webinar this evening. And that's going to help you understand how you can begin to think about creating additional income in your wellbeing business for your clients to help them improve their results without you needing to work more hours. Before we start, if you do have any questions, do put them in the chat box. There's a team of us on here this evening, so those questions will get answered. I can't see the questions as I'm going through. So if you ask a question and I just ignore it, it's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I can't see the questions. So someone will answer that question for you as we go through this evening. So just to introduce myself to those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Sue Thomas. Actually, as I was thinking about this, I've been in the wellness industry now for 20 years on the 3rd of March. So next week, I will have been in the wellness industry for 20 years. I empower women to break their addiction to sugar. That is my main focus. That is how I work with my clients, but I also coach and mentor other wellbeing professionals to help them understand how they can use the Purify program and the Pure 21 program in their business. I love talking. You'll probably hear from this evening that I could talk for hours about the microbiome. I'm a nutritional therapist and I used to be a personal trainer. I stopped personal training about 6 years ago when I requalified as a nutritional therapist. Now, the reason for this was that in 2009, I got quite a nasty streptococcal knee infection that resulted in me being on 25 days of antibiotics. And those antibiotics completely and utterly stripped the health of my gut microbiome. So fast forward 4 years, I was still personal training at this stage. And I really was not walking the talk. And I'm someone who wants to and needs to walk the talk for my clients. And so I was having to sleep in the afternoon. I wasn't eating properly. I was eating to provide me with what I thought was the energy to get me through the afternoon. I wasn't being present for my clients, and I certainly wasn't being present for my children and for my husband. And I knew that something needed to change. And so I went on my own journey of healing my gut microbiome. I worked with a nutritional therapist, and that was my journey to start me going down the road of retraining as a nutritional therapist and helping my clients to understand how they could improve their long-term well-being. And I have a mission now to share that with as many people as possible to help them understand how they can improve their gut microbiome, but also then how in the wellness industry, how we can help our clients to improve their gut microbiome as well. So it's something I'm super passionate about, and sharing this knowledge today is something that I really does light my fire, basically, because I want as many people as possible to understand just how important it is to have a healthy gut microbiome. So let's understand a little bit more about the microbiome and how and the role that it plays in the body. So you have 5 pillars of health: hydration, nutrition, mindset, movement, and sleep. And those 5 pillars of health sit on top of the health of the microbiome, sit on top of our gut health, basically. And our gut health is the foundation to our long-term well-being. It's really only been in the last kind of 10 years or so that's really started to understand just how important the microbiome is to our overall health, to so many elements of our long-term well-being. It's now starting to be seen as an organ in its own right. It weighs over 2 kilograms. So if you took all that microbiome, all that bacteria and put it together, it would weigh in excess of 2 kilograms. And it's all the bacteria that live on us and in us. So the bacteria that lives on our hands, the bacteria that lives up our nose, predominantly lives in our gut, also in the birth canal. So many roles that this bacteria plays in the body, and the importance that it has to keeping us healthy long term. Now, you might be aware of Tim Spector and his Zoe study. He actually pioneered a lot of the research into gut health back in the sort of early 2000s. He carried out a study called the Twin Study, where they took fecal matter from sets of twins. One twin was lean, the other twin was overweight. And they took the fecal matter from those twins and they inserted them into sterile mice, so mice that had been reared in sterile environments. And all the mice were fed exactly the same thing. They were all given completely the same conditions, but without fail, all of the mice, the ones that had the fecal matter from the overweight twin, they became overweight. And the ones that had the fecal matter from the lean twin stayed lean. And this was the first kind of exploration into just how important our gut microbiome is to our long-term well-being, not just to weight management, but to so many areas of our health. And the science around the microbiome is still evolving all the time. There's new research coming out all the time. So we're only actually 10% human. We're made up of trillions of cells, but about 100 trillion cells, but about 90 trillion of those are actually bacteria and fungi. And we want the bacteria and fungi to be in a really nice balance of 80% good bacteria, 20% bad bacteria. So we need this really nice, healthy balance of good bacteria in the intestine. And the majority of that bacteria do live in the intestine, but as I said, we have it on our hands, we have it in our mouth, it's in the birth canal as well. Really important for the kind of birthing process, because a lot of the microbiome or the kind of bacterial plumes and stuff form in the first 3 to 6 months of life. So as a baby passes down the birth canal, they'll take gulps of fluid, and that fluid helps to helps to develop the bacteria in the intestine. So they're starting to now kind of give swabs to babies, microbiome swabs to babies who have been born by C-section, because they haven't been taking the mouthfuls of bacteria. And it's those first few months of life that are actually absolutely critical to the baby forming its gut microbiome and the health of the gut microbiome. And I work with a lot of clients who've either had C-section or had exposure to antibiotics as a tiny baby, which has then led on to ear infections, chest infections, tonsillitis, that kind of thing in their childhood, and then acne in their teenage years, and then moving through into potential autoimmune conditions and really difficult menopause and those kind of things, all linked back to that initial establishment of the gut microbiome when the baby was born. So those microbes assist with the creation of all the neurotransmitters, serotonin, melatonin, all the feel-good hormones that we need to help us function on a day-to-day basis, our endorphins, and also aids the creation of B vitamins as well. So this gut microbiome is really, really essential to how our clients are functioning on a day-to-day basis. So whether you're a coach working with clients in a mental perspective, or whether you're someone who's working with clients on endurance, for example, they're just as important. It's just as important to have a healthy gut microbiome, because we have basically a direct link between the intestine and the brain. So the vagus nerve, which connects the intestine and the brain, anything going on in the intestine is going to come out in our emotions. It's going to come out in how we're feeling. But then also those bacteria communicate with our mitochondria and help us to perform better. So right across the board, we can really see just how the health of our intestine is going to have a knock-on effect to the results that we can achieve with our clients. So a healthy gut is a healthy microbiome. And a lot of people don't notice the symptoms, or they don't recognize that bloating, for example, or IBS or compromised digestion is a sign the body's trying to tell you that there's something wrong with the health of the microbiome and we need to address it. The body's a very clever machine, and it will tell us, if we listen to it, it will tell us what is going wrong. And we've stopped listening to it in 21st century life, basically. So the health of these microbes, this kind of 80-20 really healthy balance of gut microbes, will have an impact on how we feel and our emotions. And it has this direct link to the brain. It communicates with our immune system. 90% of our immune system is basically in our gut, and the way that those microbes communicate with the T cells and the B cells and the other cells that are involved with keeping our immunity really strong. They're involved in metabolizing food and helping us to absorb the right nutrients for the body to function efficiently. And also they're involved with helping us to manage our weight. You saw from the twin study how different fecal matter can impact our weight without actually changing anything as far as our diet is concerned. Our sleep and our energy, our hormone balance, skin conditions, all of these things are influenced by the health of our gut microbiome and how strong that microbiome is, how strong those microbes are, and how diverse they are. We need those microbes to be really nicely diverse. And we need this really healthy garden, essentially, of lots of different colours of microbes in our intestine to function efficiently. Now, in 21st century life, unfortunately, that isn't the case. That colourful garden in our intestine is being constantly bombarded and being disrupted and destroyed, basically. And this is one of the reasons why so many people now struggle more with IBS than ever before, struggle with other digestive issues, struggle with hormone imbalance or weight gain. All of this can be taken back to the health of the microbiome, but also why people are struggling with anxiety and depression and other issues that are having a real knock-on effect to their overall long-term well-being. And that means that as a wellness professional, we can use our expertise to take them a certain way, a certain distance. But if we don't help them support their gut microbiome, it's really hard to take them to the next level. It's really hard to get that 100% results that we want to get for our clients if their gut microbiome is not working properly. So the session they do with you, they could be making all sorts of changes in that session, but what they're doing outside of the session, if it's disrupting the health of the gut microbiome, it's going to have a real impact on the results that we can achieve with them. And so we really want to focus on how can we get the best result for our clients? How can we ensure that all of those 5 pillars that I mentioned at the beginning are sitting on top of this really strong foundation, so that whatever discipline, whatever modality we're working in, we can really help them improve their results long term. So why is it that 21st century life is impacting our gut microbiome so dramatically? Well, I don't need to tell you about our convenience diet. I'm sure you're all in the wellness industry. You'll be aware of the fact that we seem to have so much processed food on our shelves these days. In the supermarket, everything has got a longer shelf life. It's all got chemical preservatives in. The food industry is loading foods with sugar and bad fats to kind of make it easy to produce, keep it shelf stable for a long period of time. Our diets in 21st century life are designed for taste. They're not designed for health. They're designed for convenience. And then we have issues around cold storage. Even when we go into a supermarket and we buy what we think is healthy or what our clients think is healthy, as in they might be buying the fruit and vegetables, but if those fruit and vegetables have been kept in cold storage for a long period of time, as soon as something is picked, its nutrient content starts to deplete. So we take an apple, for example, the half-life of an apple is a month. So for every month that an apple is kept in cold storage, the nutrient content is depleting quite rapidly. And so clients can be eating something that they think is going to be providing them with all the nutrition, but actually, if it's been in cold storage for a long period of time, it's got very little nutrient content. And the way we now grow foods on a rapid basis, the supermarkets are demanding crops and stuff on a year-round basis. So we're growing things out of season. As soon as you grow something out of season, it's full of water. Doesn't have any taste, and it's not actually got a huge amount of nutrition in it. So this diet that we now have in our 21st century life is completely and utterly created for convenience and for the food industry. It's not created for our long-term well-being, and it's certainly not created to support the health of our gut microbes. Exposure to medicines and antibiotics. Antibiotics will completely strip the bacteria, as I discovered myself when I had that streptococcal knee infection. And the consequence of that can be seen years later. There's research now to suggest that even just 1 3-day course of antibiotics can strip out the gut bacteria for at least a year afterwards. And that shouldn't be a problem. I'm not demonizing antibiotics. I think the point there is that we need to understand what we need to do to repair the gut microbiome post taking those antibiotics, because they absolutely have a role in certain situations. But it's then, what do we need to do to help our clients understand how to repair post having antibiotics? And even over-the-counter medicines like paracetamol and ibuprofen can disrupt the balance of the gut microbiome. And unfortunately, the more we take those painkillers, for example, the more they have an impact on the gut microbiome, the more the problem that we're taking them for often comes to the surface even further. And I've also mentioned, C-sections, births, that we're not taking that. We're not building the health of the microbiome, or not building the microbiome in those early years of life, which can lead to childhood infections, more antibiotics, etc., etc. So the use of medicines and antibiotics is really detrimental to the health of the gut bacteria. But actually, it's understanding how we can repair things post needing to use that medication if it's something that is unavoidable, basically. Alcohol completely kills the gut bacteria. It really disrupts the balance of it, and it can take a long time to recover. And if someone is drinking alcohol on a regular basis, that is going to have a consequence to their long-term well-being. High in sugar feeds all the yeast in the intestine, compromises the health of those gut microbes. And environmental toxicity, this is a really interesting one. We're exposed to so many toxins, whether it's our skincare products, whether it's hair care products, whether it's household cleaners, tap water. All of these toxins, what are known as endotoxins, they start to disrupt the health of the gut bacteria and cause the bacteria to start to break down, and then allow the bad bacteria to get hold and take control. And lastly, stress. It's been scientifically shown that it really does damage the gut flora. When we release the hormone cortisol, which is our hormone that is released in response to stress, is very disruptive to the health of the gut bacteria, and it can really cause a degradation of the gut bacteria, which lowers our resilience, lowers our immunity, can lead to IBS. I mean, if you're someone if you have ever struggled with stress, or you know someone who's struggled with stress, often the first sign is IBS. IBS is always a kind of symptom of long-term stress, but that can also lead to hormone imbalance, autoimmune conditions developing, etc., etc. And all of that is linked back to the fact that our gut microbes are being disrupted by the level of stress that we're struggling with. So we've got all these different factors, whether it's the way that food is now manufactured, the amount of medicines that clients are exposed to, alcohol, stress, etc., toxins that are in the environment. All of these are causing a real disruption to the health of the gut microbiome. And we need that microbiome, we need that gut to be the bacteria to be really strong, to have that 80% good bacteria. And as a consequence of 21st century life, that just isn't happening for the majority of our clients. So if we're coming from a place of service as far as our clients are concerned, then we want to make sure that we can help them get the best result. And it doesn't matter what industry we're in, as I say, what modality we're in. We can be supporting someone from an emotional perspective, and equally as much supporting someone to get a better result or get a PB, for example. I had a client this weekend who ran a half marathon, did a PB in a half marathon. She's a Ironman triathlete, and she did the Purify program in January, and it's had a huge impact on her ability to perform at a higher level. And then equally as much, I'll have another client who is struggling with menopause and is really not functioning very well on a day-to-day basis. Her moods are really low, etc., and she'll go through the Purify program and come out the other side almost a completely different person. So there's so many different groups of people, well, everybody basically has a compromised gut microbiome. There's so many people that we can help to help them feel better, and we can help them get better results when they're working with us. So our Purify program that is produced by Synergy Worldwide, it's this 21-day intestinal reset program. It's 5 clinically trialed supplements that have been produced by the Hughes Centre for Research and Innovation, which is the kind of research arm of Synergy Worldwide. So they have a team of 50 different PhDs and doctors who work together to create really very efficacious products that supplements that will really get the result that we're looking to help our clients with. And this Purify program has the 5 supplements that focus on. There's a magnesium supplement, there's a pre and probiotic, there's a pea protein shake for good hormone blood sugar balance. There is the BioMDT has glutamine in it and is really supportive to the gut wall, and zinc. And then ProArginine is our cardiovascular support product, which helps to distribute nutrients around the body. Now, I'm not going to go into this program in a whole load of detail, because that will come further down the line if you really want to understand it in a little bit more detail. But basically what you need to understand is that these 5 products work together over a 21-day period to clean the wall of the intestine, to clear out all the bad bacteria and start to feed and support the good bacteria and really help the good bacteria to get established. And we have created the Pure 21 program, which the Purify system sits within. So the Pure 21 program is the ready-made program that we can offer to our clients utilizing this really lovely Purify program that gets absolutely fabulous results. So Pure 21 is our ready-made system, or our ready-made program, if you like, and the Purify program sits within that. That's the system that sits within it, which is designed to clean and support the health of the gut microbiome. Now, the results that this program achieves are phenomenal. So not just things like more energy and better joint health and better sleep, but easier weight management for clients, improved exercise and sports performance, improved recovery times for anyone that is, training for any kind of endurance event, that kind of thing, greater mental clarity and focus, more stable moods, reduced sugar cravings, a significant reduction in feelings of anxiety, better hormone balance, including managing menopause symptoms, eradication of IBS, easier management of autoimmune conditions. If we can really nourish and support the gut bacteria, the consequence of that is just phenomenal. Stronger immunity, clearer, removal of brain fog, if you like. There's me kind of not getting my words out saying removal of brain fog, but the results are absolutely phenomenal with this program. And across the board as well, it's not just this particular group of people get a good result. Everybody gets a good result when they follow the Purify Pure 21 program. So how does the program work? As I said already, the Purify system, the program that Synergy Worldwide have created, we've sat it within the Pure 21 program, which is our ready-made system. Now, you'll receive full mentoring. If you decide this is something that you're interested in exploring further, you'll receive full mentoring and training to help you deliver this program to your clients in a way that works for you. So we can adjust it and make it work for whatever modality you are working in. You give your clients this handbook, the ready-made handbook, which includes so many things. It gives them guidance, but it has a video playlist in it to help them understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. It has a what to take when guide in it, so they know what they're taking when they can print it out and stick it on the fridge. And it also has a recipe collection and eating plan that they can follow whilst they're doing the program. So they understand then how to take the supplements and what supplements they're taking, but they also then understand the kind of foods that they should be eating. So it is very much a supplementation program to supplement a clean eating program for 21 days. So we're encouraging clients to think about 3 meals a day, but to think about cutting out the crap, well, absolutely to be cutting out the crap, caffeine, refined sugar, alcohol, processed food, and anything beige. So beige, we're talking about pasta and bread and that kind of things that would be detrimental to the health of the gut microbiome and to the health of the gut wall. And then they follow the supplementation program whilst they're following this really nice clean diet. And the object of the program is to help them to understand actually how easy it is to cook really healthy foods, and it buys them back time. Basically, it gives them the opportunity to really explore how much time they can have when they're eating really well and their body's functioning efficiently. So as I said, the handbook's got this comprehensive recipe collection in it, and you guide your clients through the program with support from your mentor. and a WhatsApp group, and also, as I said, the video playlist that helps them understand why they're doing something. And that means you don't have to keep saying the same thing twice. We've done it all for you. It's all been created for you. So you don't have to be an expert in nutrition to deliver this program, because we've done the hard work for you. We've done the kind of graph to get it to the point where you can just kind of implement this program straight into your business. And you can watch your clients' results accelerate. You absolutely can. It's phenomenal how quickly our clients see results when they're following this program. So just to give you an earning example of this program and how you can sit it into your business, you can buy 4 Purify kits for the price of 3. Okay, so you have a Synergy Worldwide account, and from that account you can buy the 4 Purify kits. Now we suggest a package price of $299. You don't have to charge that. You can charge a lot more if you want to. That would be worked out with your mentor as you work through the program with them. But you have access to the handbook, all the supporting meal plans, the recipes, the Purify kit. You could create a WhatsApp group to provide support to your clients. And then I would encourage you to just check in with them weekly to see how they're getting on. Now, your investment in the 4 kits is £645.20. But your total income, if you were just charging $299, and as I say, you could charge a lot more than that if you want to, the total income then is £1,196, which means you've got a direct profit of £550.80, but also Synergy will pay you some retail money back, which is in excess of £60. So you're looking at over £600 for 4 clients delivering this program into your business. So your time involved per client, if you were doing it individually with clients, would be 2 hours. But if you're running it as a group, it would be 2 hours across the board. So it's actually a really simple program to implement, and all the work has been done for you because the package comes complete. All you have to do is have your account to be able to invest in those programs in the first place. And we would support you and help you get to the point where you've got those people that wanted to do the program. We do that through webinars and other kind of marketing activities and stuff as well. So you could run it as an individual program. You could build it into one of your packages and just kind of make it a kind of a program that is a prerequisite to be working with you, or you could run it as a group program. It's entirely up to you, depending on how you wanted to see it sit within your business, basically. So then just touching quickly on Synergy Worldwide, the supplement company that manufacture Purify. They are a pharmaceutical grade supplement company. I've mentioned the Hughes Centre for Research and Innovation. This is the picture is the Hughes Centre. I've actually been there and seen this facility, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. It really is. The level of cutting edge technology that they have there is absolutely phenomenal. And one of Synergy's key focuses is that they want to create pure and efficacious products. They want to create products that will do the job they say they're going to do. All their raw materials are organic, so it's all organic. And they test across the board from the raw materials all the way through to the final products with over 600 different tests. They don't skip batch tests. They test every single batch of raw materials that comes in. And some of those raw materials, if they don't come up to standard, will be rejected, and they'll go back out into the marketplace and be used by other supplement companies. So they have the gold standard for manufacturing of pharmaceutical grade supplements. And all of their products get absolutely phenomenal results because they've all been researched and clinically trialed within the Hughes Centre for Research and Innovation. And all of their products have a 90-day money-back guarantee. And that is because they know they work. Companies don't offer a 90-day money-back guarantee if they don't think the products are going to work. So that's a really nice kind of a confirmation that we know that we're giving our clients the best service that we possibly can. For me, authenticity, integrity, ethics are my values. And so I really felt aligned with Synergy Worldwide because they operate to that level that I want to provide for my clients. And if I'm never prepared to take something, if I'm not prepared to offer something to my clients, if I'm not prepared to take it myself, and I absolutely feel 100% confident in providing using Synergy Worldwide supplements within my business, and particularly the Purify kit, because it's such a nice program that sits really comfortably together and works really well together. So are you ready to create a USP in your business to help your clients really create a solid foundation to their health and to help them improve and get even better health when they're working with you? You can support them to reset the health of their microbiome and accelerate the results that they can achieve with you. Not just whether you're training someone to be an endurance athlete, equally as much if you're working with someone to help them understand their emotional response to things. Everything is underpinned by the health of the microbiome. You can blend this program really quickly and easily into your business to create an additional income stream. And over the last 3-4 years, what we've struggled with most is that stability of income, particularly in the wellness industry. This creates a really nice stable income stream because you can offer this service to people no matter what the economic climate is, no matter what is happening in the world. You can still be supporting people to improve their microbiome long term. We will support you and help you understand everything you need to know around nutrition and microbiome to ensure that you can really provide that balanced service to your clients. Your clients trust you. They come to you for advice. If you can build your knowledge and support them with even more information, that's going to just enhance the service that you can provide for them. And this program allows you to work smarter, not harder. You can really be in a place of service to your clients, but create extra income without having to find new clients or work longer hours. It is a great program to build into any wellness business. We were featured in The Guardian just in January 23. So it's something that we're really starting to become a bit more of a household name as well. So it is a great time to become involved with this program. Now, I'm going to just stop quickly and ask Babita, if you, I'm just going to find you, Babita, so that you can unmute yourself. Babita has been working with us since just before Christmas. And I'm just going to ask you to unmute, see if you can unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself, Babita? There you go. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you, Sue. Yeah.
Perfect. So you've been with us since just before Christmas, haven't you? Do you want to just tell everybody how you first discovered the Pure 21 program and particularly Purify?
Well, I first discovered you, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, actually, you tell everybody what you do, first of all. That's probably the most logical way of going.
So I'm a nutritionist and wellness coach, particularly focusing on menopausal midlife men and women. Well, women, obviously for the menopause, and let's not exclude the men as well, because I think that's important, especially with something like this. So we met on a networking call, which was a LinkedIn. Well, there's a girl on LinkedIn who does monthly meetups, and we met there. We decided to connect offline because we were in a similar wellness sphere, as it were. So I'm really pleased to have met Sue. And we were talking about how we help our clients and the various struggles that working for yourself can bring. And so she introduced me to this program, which I had not had anything like this with my business yet. So I said, well, if I'm going to offer this to my clients, I need to know what I'm going to go through. I need to test it first. So that's exactly what I did. So I said, I'll do it. Let me do it first. I'm not saying yes. And let's see how I get on, so that I know when I actually introduce this to my clients, what they're going to go through, how is it going to feel, what kind of results they can expect to get. Everyone will get a different result, obviously. But so I decided to do it, and we met in the November. So I did the Purify before Christmas, probably the worst time to do something to detox, and then go in.
You went straight to a Christmas party, didn't you?
I had Christmas parties. I was on it, and yeah, it was funny. Because of it, and the way I felt, and the comments that I was getting, and the compliments I was getting. It's not a weight loss program, but that happens as a byproduct of what's going on in your body. So your body is cleansing, it's allowing itself to kind of get rid of that excess fat that's stuck in your belly, mostly, all that midsection. So it's great for menopausal women who are, the onset of that kind of belly fat kind of happens rapidly for a lot of them. So I discovered that my waist went down I had lost 10 centimeters all round. And 7 pounds. My energy was up. I usually suffer from an afternoon slump. I wasn't getting 3 o'clock usually. I wasn't getting that. And I was just receiving compliments from random people, you know, about
I do remember you telling me you were powering through your to-do list as well.
I was, yeah, that was the other thing. I found that response to stress, because I do have quite a, apart from being a nutritionist, I do have a day job as well. And it's intense, so it's a very demanding role. So basically, I was responding to stress differently. I was kind of ticking things off my to-do list. And yeah, I just felt 100% my brain was kind of alive, you know, active and very focused. So yeah, workouts had improved. So I thought, right, okay, well, I've had a really good result on it. I can see how this, when obviously you're all in different professions and offer different services, but as a nutritionist, this really made me see that you could like supercharge somebody's results right from the offset. It's very hard to try and coach someone to stick to some sort of a plan. And a lot of people actually like something to follow, something very structured, and they like to take things as well. So rather than go on, don't like the word, but go on a diet, you know, they actually enjoy taking things, and to see a result quickly would actually supercharge them into then carrying on in a really good, healthy eating lifestyle, because that's what it's all about. It's not about diet, it's about a sort of sustainable lifestyle. So, Sue, shall I go on to say about what we did?
Yeah, so we did a webinar, didn't we? We did a webinar in January.
So as I was happy, we got together, we did a webinar, we put it out on LinkedIn, Facebook, Eventbrite. I told all my friends, put it out as a WhatsApp broadcast, and we did a webinar. We allowed people to have time to think about it. There was a recording that we resent out. We had 4 people join. So we did a group coaching, and they literally have just started their 3rd week. 2 weeks in, they've had amazing results. So we had one man in our group of 4. He's a type 2 diabetic. He's determined to reverse his diabetes. His blood sugars are crazy. They had been at 20, like well over double of what they should be. When he started, they were at 16. After the first week, they'd gone down by 4 markers and it had gone down to 12. Monday, we had our group coaching call. It was a really nice call, nice group, and gone down a further 2. So now his blood sugars have gone down by 6 markers. You won't believe, in his first week, he actually lost 13 pounds, just shy of a stone. And this week he announced to us he's lost another 2 kilograms, so another 4 pounds. So he's lost 17 pounds in like 2 weeks, which is, and I can't believe that result.
Just to clarify that he's been eating a really balanced diet.
I mean, his diet before, he will admit, was rubbish, you know. Yeah. And now stripping out the sugar, stripping out the alcohol, going predominantly plant and protein, with really good breakfast and only quality carbs, you know, with the brown rice, quinoa or buckwheat. He's doing so well. I mean, he's like my super success story. So it's really nice to see. And he's promised his wife he's coming off metformin this year. He's reversing his diabetes. I think he's going to do it. He's definitely going to do it. The other 2 clients, 2 women, they both lost 9 pounds. They've reported more energy, removal of brain fog. One of them had a lingering COVID symptom, which was a change in body odor that she doesn't like. She can smell it on herself. And that has gone. So that was a weird one, but I thought, wow, I'll take that. And then another one who's addicted to painkillers hasn't touched the painkillers. So really good results between them. In just the 2 weeks, they've lost 1.5 stones. So I'm really proud of them. Yeah. So I know that this system is definitely boosting their chances of carrying on into a really good lifestyle change, which is great for a nutritionist to see that kind of result in people.
Yeah, and it's amazing because what they will do now is tell all their friends.
Absolutely.
And it means that you don't end up having to do any marketing around the program, because their results will speak for themselves and other people will come and have a conversation with you. So it helps you to grow your business without even having to do the kind of business growth element of it, doesn't it? So
I've been sharing with the people who've shown a little bit of an interest but didn't do it, and now we do have a little waiting list. So that's great because we're going to do another one end of March, beginning of April. So can't wait for the next group.
Yeah. Amazing. Thank you so much, Babita. Really appreciate you coming on to just give us that little, share that bit of knowledge with us today and that kind of those results, because they are fantastic results as well. So that's brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you will be asking, what do I need to invest in this program if I'm going to take a look at this program in more detail? Before the end of March, you can invest in this program for just £155. That is all. And what you get for that £155 is the Purify kit, the complete Purify kit. So that then puts you in an opportunity, in a position like Babita did, to do it yourself, to do the program yourself and understand how it makes you feel. You'll get full support and guidance to do that program yourself. You get access to the Pure 21 handbook and all the associated materials. And you can either do the program yourself or you could get a scholarship program client to get on board. But you're then in a position to be able to share that Pure 21 handbook with as many clients who want to do this program as possible. Now, one thing I must just clarify here is a client could go on to Synergy Worldwide website and buy the Purify kit, but what they won't get is all this supporting material in the terms of the handbook, WhatsApp, check-in calls, wellbeing questionnaires and things that we can guide you through and help you understand how to deliver with your clients. And what you will continue to get is this ongoing support in your business. And Babita and I work together on a weekly basis to help her support her clients and grow her business around the Pure 21 program. It's a fabulous program. It's really well supported. It gets incredible results, and it will really help to grow your business. And we've been through some difficult times in the last 3 years. And now this is a way of just really establishing, spreading your risk essentially, and establishing another income stream that doesn't need you to be training people on a day-to-day basis, that doesn't need you to be exchanging time for money. It gives you an opportunity to do something and grow your knowledge and serve your clients in a bigger way, but still create an income from that without actually having to do any more work, because we've done all the legwork by creating all the materials beforehand. So if you think that this is something that you would be interested in investigating further and having a conversation about and looking at how you can develop this for your clients, then either go back to the person that suggested you listen into the webinar, or if you don't know who that was, you can just email me, sue@suethomas.org, and I can point you in the right direction. Basically, that offer of £155 is only available until the end of March. And with all of these things, I would always encourage someone to do the Purify kit themselves, do the Pure 21 program themselves, first of all, before they started implementing it into their business, so that they can really understand how it makes them feel and the results that they could achieve. And it may be that you're not quite ready to build this into your business just now, but you can make the most of that offer of £155, do the program yourself, and then look to plan it into your business further down the line. I have a number of wellbeing professionals that I work with in that way. For example, a coach, she's a business coach. She did the program just before Christmas. She's going to implement it into her business in the summertime when she can see that there's space available to be able to do that. So we would be very accommodating and can adapt to your business and how you want to implement it into your business. So if you did want to have a further conversation, do go back to the person that suggested you listening to the webinar tonight. Or, as I say, drop me an email, sue@suethomas.org, if you wanted to understand more about how you can get involved, how we can have a conversation. I can point you in the right direction, and we can make sure that you really can bring this ready-made program into your business to help serve your clients in a bigger way, but help to create more financial stability and spread your risk further as well. So just to say thank you so much for listening this evening. If anybody has any questions, please do feel free to put them into the chat box now and we can answer them. Or you can drop me an email, sue@suethomas.org, to find out a little bit more. But just to say thank you so much for giving us your time this evening. We really do appreciate it. Purify and the Pure 21 program is a phenomenal program. So I would encourage you to investigate it in a little bit more detail, have a conversation with the person that introduced you, and see if it's something that you could realistically build into your business. So thank you so much for listening this evening. Emily, is the programme suitable for under 16-year-olds? We wouldn't encourage it to be done in with an under 16-year-old in the full form, so in the 21 days, but we can tweak it accordingly. So that would be something that you could have a conversation with the person that suggested that you listen in this evening, and we can work out a way to be able to manage it effectively with a 16-year-old or an under 16-year-old. So, okay, so thank you so much for joining me. Take care, everybody, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye-bye.